Hey vinyl community, it's Spencer from Surface Noise Vinyl, back after a 6-month break. Apologize for that. I recently did a live stream with my buddy Eli on the Dark Hymns in the Cold North YouTube channel, and I think we're going to do more in the future, so look out for that coming up. And in the meantime, I'm going to try to do some more collection videos and maybe some other stuff. We'll see. There's a lot of ideas floating around, so we'll see where it goes. But right now I'm going to talk about some vinyl and some CDs that I got this past summer. So first one is The Spirit. This is their newest album of Clarity and Galactic Structures. This is on AOP Records. And these guys are... I did not prepare for this at all, so... These guys are from Germany, I believe. Two-piece, black metal, really awesome, kind of melodic black metal, I guess. Just really catchy, good black metal. I highly recommend these guys. Yeah, this is their newest album, rather. 2021, I believe this came out. And then here's their last album, Cosmic Terror. Really nice, both of them nice gatefolds. Also on AOP Records, which is a label out of Europe. Yeah, just very similar to the other record. The only thing that I would say about this is I believe it's on the newer album. The last song, which I cannot pronounce, but Lanakia, something like that. Anyway, it's a typical, like, oh, look at us, we got some, electronic gadgets for Christmas, and now we're going to try to use them in our band or something. I don't know. It seems to be a trend with bands trying to, stick the electronic song on the end, and, yeah, I could do without that. It doesn't really do anything for me. This was an awesome find at a used record store recently. Did not expect to find this one, just sitting there and for a really good price. This is Horna with Hengen Tulet, I believe is how you say it. And this album is on World Terror Committee label. And this, I can't remember the date, it's mid-2000s. Sorry, 2015. Awesome artwork, and I believe there's some, oh yeah, awesome picture. Sorry, hard to see, but yeah, that's a singer, I believe. Yeah, and this is just pummeling, brutal, extreme black metal. Awesome stuff, as I'm sure you all know. But really cool to find this just sitting in a used record bin. Because, yeah, you probably don't find that line around too often. So, very cool. Next up is a couple of reissues. This is the reissue of Gatecreeper's second album, I think, from 2016. And, this is just black vinyl, I believe. No, it's not. It's smoky. That is very pretty. And Sonoran Deprivation is the name of the album. And this, I mean, I'm sure most people already know this album. Awesome, awesome album. Probably the album that brought these guys to prominence. And for good reason. It kicks ass. So, awesome to finally have that in my collection. Next up is the Gojira Wave of Flesh reissue that just came out. Picked that up. at my local record store. And yeah, another awesome Gojira record. Not much to say about this one. It's on Listenable Records. Nice, thick, heavyweight vinyl. Just black. Cool label, so little artwork there. Yeah, sounds great. No complaints with this one. It's awesome. Next up is a Canadian band that I've been pushing lately. This is Wake with Devouring Ruin. Translation Loss, as I was to say. That's the label this album's on. This is more black metal. If people aren't familiar with this band, or if it sounds kind of familiar, they used to be a grind band, and then I believe on this album they changed over to like dissonant black metal, which is, yeah, that's my thing. So I'm totally into this. I love it. This is on a beautiful translucent purple. Very nice. And awesome artwork on the other side there, if you can see it. It's kind of just echoes the cover. You got this like devil dude hanging out. Yeah, so I can't recommend these guys enough. Just if you like dissonant stuff, like maybe there's a touch of like death metal in here too. I was gonna say like Ulcerate, Blut Aus Nord, you know, bands like of that ilk. Just kind of give you an idea what this sounds like. And then their most recent album, Thought Form Descent, very similar to this one, just kind of echoes the same type of sound, kind of perfecting it. This one's on Metal Blade, so bigger label. And you've got that awesome smoky pissy color. So yeah, Wake, Thought Form Descent, awesome album. Highly recommend these guys, and they're Canadian, which is a bonus. Maybe I'll actually get to see them play someday. That'd be awesome. I don't get to see very many bands because I live in buttfuck nowhere. So next up, the problem with adding extra sleeves on the record is, yeah, it looks cool and you can do more funky art stuff, but it's hard to get it out of the paper or the plastic sleeve. So yeah, this is Blut Aus Nord's latest one. I know a lot of people have been talking about this album. It's on a bunch of their top lists, and for good reason. Disharmonium Undreamable Abysses. This album is insane. Very heavily Lovecraftian inspired, as you can see from that cover and then the artwork on the actual jacket. Just amazing. And a cool gatefold, and with a Lovecraft quote, which I won't read to you now. You can look that up, or just go buy the album because it's totally worth it. So the vinyl itself is on a beautiful pinkish purplish swirl with awesome label there. And then it also came with this poster here that I've got framed on the wall there because I just love the artwork so much. And I believe there's something else in here too. Maybe it's yeah, it's kind of like another little poster thing. These guys never release lyrics. Yeah, it's just a weird little, just like 3-line credits. Says where it was recorded and by who, and who did the artwork. By Machi Kamuda. Cool. So, yeah, the weird thing about this album is the vocals are really low in the mix, and when they are there, they're super eerie and kind of freak you out. And they just kind of add to the atmosphere. This album is all about atmosphere. Yeah, it's very hard to describe if you're not familiar with this band. I mean, they have some other albums that are kind of similar to this, but yeah, it's only kind of similar. They're definitely on a new level with this one. It's you have to hear it to believe it. It's that crazy. Anyway, I highly recommend that if you are into, you know, crazy experimental black metal stuff, then you can't get any better than that. It is, you know, literally out of this world. Yeah, so next up is Devil Master, Ecstasies of Never-Ending Light, and I kind of stumbled across this band and fell in love with them. They are, I don't know, a cross between Bathory, Celtic Frost, Motorhead. They kind of have all those bands going. You can definitely tell they wear their influences on their sleeves. But this album is just a ton of fun. It's catchy, it's rocking, it's heavy, it's pissed off, it's all those things. And another one I would highly, highly recommend if you're not familiar with these guys. And yeah, they definitely look the part too. Like, yeah, so you got this gothy looking dude here sitting down. It looks like he should be in Cradle of Filth. And yeah, just a super awesome, fun album. Again, there seems to be a pink-purple theme going on today, but yeah, there's another, I would say that's a pink translucent, you know, definitely goes with the album as well. And there's a really cool poster here that I've been thinking about putting up, although I wish the logo was on this side, but there's no logo. As like the cover, there's no logo on the cover. I usually like to see the band logo in the artwork. And then it's a two-sided poster on the other side. You've got the same picture I showed you with the logo. So, I don't know. Really awesome. As much as they sound like those other bands that I mentioned, they're also quite unique. Like, they put their own spin on it. And, yeah, it rules. So, yeah, if you've never checked out Devil Master, give them a check out, because they're awesome. Next up, I don't need to spend a whole lot of time on this one. This is Tribulation's new album. I finally picked this up recently. Where the Gloom Becomes Sound. I'm sure if you're familiar with Tribulation, you already know this album. It's been out for a while. Yeah. Good album. Is it their best? No, I don't think so. But it's a nice, you know, black and gray and white, smoky. Other side, that looks the same. Yeah, I mean, I find with this album, the first album, or the first side rather, is really, like, every song is great, and then the second side it starts to waver a little bit, but, you know, it's hard to have 10 amazing songs on an album, right? So, anyway, still, great album, love these guys. Yeah, I need to get all their albums. I had one or two more. I still have one or two more, but I had more and I sold them. That was dumb. I shouldn't have done that, but, you know. Sometimes you gotta sell albums to buy albums, right? Next up is a band I'm pretty new to, Predatory Light, and $20 spin. This just came out. Album's called Death in the Twilight Hours. I think this one's getting a lot of praise, so I'm sure most of you have heard of these guys. Just modern black metal, I believe they're from the US. But I may be completely wrong about that, because I did not look it up beforehand. Anyway, this is a really cool lyrics and cool artwork. That's really cool. I like that a lot. Yeah. Just black vinyl. Another awesome album. I recommend it. Yeah. Check it out. Next up is not a newer album. This is Mugwa with Exercises in Futility. I just didn't have this one, and I found it at Night Howl Records, so I picked it up. If you don't know about Night Howl, check out one of my other videos there where I do an unboxing of it's a distro that's close to me, so and the guy that runs it is Jason. He's a great guy, so check it out. Support Night Owl. Yeah. Don't need to talk about this one, obviously. Really like these guys. Great band. I've got a bunch of CDs too, so I'm trying to plow through these pretty fast. Next one is Wormwitch Wolfex. This came out last year. Another great black metal album. These guys are great. I think this is their third album, if I'm not mistaken. And these guys are definitely from... Actually, there's a song on here called Canadian Denim Mountain Attack, but I don't think they're Canadian. Anyway, they do a cover of Hit the Lights by Metallica, which, yeah, I could kind of do without, but still, great album. Really good band, and I recommend it. And then, last time I was at Night Owl, saw this there, and I am a Doom and a Funeral Doom fan, the Bellwick shirt on. Anyway, I saw this one, didn't know anything about this band, but thought really liked the cover, and I thought I would take a chance on it, and I'm glad I did, because this is Shape of Despair with Return to the Void, and this is a great album. Like I said, this is Funeral Doom, so it's not for everyone. And they have dual male-female vocals. Kind of hard to see there, but yeah. Yeah, this is just a great album. You know, great Funeral Doom. Great artwork. Yeah. I need to check out more from this band, because this is the only one that I know of. The only album that I have that I've heard of theirs, but and this is also on kind of a smoky gray and black mix. Yeah, so that's gonna do it for the vinyl. Now I'll quickly show off just a few. There's probably more that I've gotten recently, but this is kind of the highlights. Maybe I'll show some more later. So I kind of lucked out recently, and just right place, right time. Actually, I wasn't there. My wife was there. She was at Value Village, and they had literally just put out a ton of metal stuff. So she starts grabbing stuff, and then calls me and is like, do you need this? You need this? You need this? And I mean, there must have been 50, 60 CDs there. And I grabbed maybe 25 of them, and someone else grabbed all the rest. So they were gone like in minutes. But some of the highlights from what I grabbed are what's playing in the background right now. This is Insomnium with Shadows of the Dying Sun. And this is like a little CD box set, so it's got like the box set, and then there's a little booklet, and there's a second CD with some bonus tracks. Yeah, pretty awesome. I'm familiar with these guys, but not overly, so yeah, I did not have this, so that was awesome to find this. And then, keeping with Insomnium, I also got this album, which I can't even read the title. Oh, there it is. Above the Weeping World. You just got to get it in the right light. Yeah, so that's just a standard CD. And then also, Since the Day It All Came Down, which I was familiar with this album. This is a great album, so yeah. So that's the Insomnium. And then got a few Mon Amarth, which is awesome to fill out my Mon Amarth collection. And this one also has a bonus disc with some live stuff, live set. And this is with Odin on Our Side, which is cool. And then another one, Twilight of the Thunder God. This is also a bonus disc, 2-disc set. Digibook, I guess you'd call it, with a DVD and a CD. So yeah, Also awesome. And then one more by Mon Amarth. This is also a little CD set, Deceiver of the Gods. And this one's awesome. This is probably one of the coolest finds. So this one has the Digibook CD and a booklet. I think it's just a booklet. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So there's a booklet and the CD in there. Awesome artwork, as always, with this band. And then there's also a second CD with some cover songs. We've got Burning Anvil of Steel, Satan Rising, Snake Eyes, and Stand Up to Go Down. Yeah, so that is very cool, called Under the Influence. Yeah, very neat. Just for the 4 cover songs, but that's cool. And yeah, awesome finds. And you know, I think I paid like $2 for each of these. Amazing. Yeah, a few more. Okay, I don't think. No, none of these came from the thrift store. Be pretty amazing if they did, but this I found in a used record store where I got the Horna CD, not on a different day. I go there quite a lot. Danzig 2. This completes my the first 3 Danzig albums. That really all you need of Danzig stuff, but obviously this is a great album. I love it. I'd say Circle of Snakes is probably my favorite. Sorry, Snakes of Christ. Circle of Snakes, that's a different song. Snakes of Christ is my favorite. Yeah, anyway, awesome stuff. It's the booklet's a little funny, but the CD's in great shape. So yeah, awesome find. And then the next few are a couple that I've ordered. I'm a big Uada fan, and it's super hard to find their stuff, their vinyl, or it's just really pricey. So I got their newest Gin on CD, and of course it has the slipcover thing, which I don't really care a whole lot about, but yeah, they're fine. There's the CD, and awesome artwork. This is an awesome album. I highly recommend these guys. American black metal, great stuff. And then their album before it, Cult of a Dying Sun, also really awesome, great album. Yeah, so if you don't know these guys, get on it, because they are really good, and I think they're just gonna continue to get bigger and bigger. They're definitely on an upward trajectory. And then Stormkeep. I'm sure some of you are familiar with these guys. They're super group. I can't quite remember all the bands the members are in, but a bunch of might be Uada. I think it's Wayfarer, Wolves in the Throne Room. I don't know. I'm probably getting that all wrong. So, but anyway, super group of a bunch of guys that are in a bunch of other bands. It's like fantasy themed album, and it came with this fictional map of this fictional land, which is pretty cool. I dig it. Yeah, and yeah, this is just a great, awesome black metal album, and as you can see, like, that album just screams black metal. Or the cover, I mean, the artwork, right? Yeah, I was listening to this while I was renovating my basement, so it's a little dusty. But yeah, awesome album. Check out Stormkeep if you haven't. Amazing stuff. Just 2 left. So yeah, 2 different local record stores got 2 used Paradise Lost albums. Tragic Idol. And everyone needs a little Paradise Lost in their lives. And Draconian Times. I've been looking for this one for a long time. I tried to get the vinyl, but I don't know. It was just costing too much money. So, yeah, that's in my player right now. Anyway, yeah, that is the highlights of the stuff I picked up in the last couple of months. And like I said, I've got a few more ideas for some other stuff, so, you know, look forward to some more videos from me soon. Great. Thanks for watching, guys.